Hello, Board. Dr. Cleveland? Huh?
Kind of getting hot in here.
I know. It's hard to make everybody happy. I've got a construction update. So at Central Junior High Phase 3, they've got a lot of the interior walls. They're doing finishes. So they've got interior walls painted, tiles completed, ceiling grids in, ceiling tiles are all in. This is in the, used to be the cafeteria, it's gonna be the library. They're actually floating the floor out, getting ready to install the LVT. They're doing a lot of the infrastructure for the electronics. This is one of the career ed rooms. They've got pretty much all the finishes done except the floor. And then they got the paving done yesterday on that northeast parking lot. So I talked to Bobby today. They're gonna go ahead and let buses use that to exit out on Gutenson if they want to. The job trailer, they'll be moving that out in 2 weeks. On February 28th is the day that job trailer gets moved out. And they're taking up the laydown area and getting that back to green space. Do you guys have any questions on Central? So also we did at Central, last week we started the 1-year walkthrough for the warranty on phase 1. We got halfway done. We're gonna do the other half on the 17th. And that'll complete that year warranty walk. And usually we'll have a few items that'll need repaired or replaced, after this walk happens, so. We also, last week, we did the 1-year walk at Springdale High School Arena and Academic Wing. So it's been a year. They found a few items and they've already started repairing those items. At the Professional Development Center, we've got the new walls going in upstairs. We've had our crew go in, they did the initial grind on the floors on the second floor. They got that done Monday. They did the in-wall electrical inspection today. They're getting ready to start cutting in exterior windows on the second floor. And then the painters are starting to prep the area on the first floor to paint the ceiling grid and all the walls. At the Industrial Arts Building, we've finalized with the city. We're having to add a storm shelter in that building. So we got those plans finalized, working with the architect to get those drawn in and ready to send off for the state's final approval on that project. We are able to move forward. So actually tomorrow we're gonna saw cut the floor and get ready to install the new CMU walls and everything in that building. And then at Springdale and HAR-BER, the baseball walls, those are going good. They've got all the backstop poles in. They're actually painted at HAR-BER. We're just waiting on the weather to cooperate. We'll get the nets up and then finish up some of the gates. And then the HAR-BER will be completed, and then Springdale High will follow up right behind it. They still have a little bit of sprinkler work to do at Springdale High. To get that functioning. Since we added the warning track, we're having to move the sprinkler heads out of that warning track area. So those are getting relocated. They're doing that work this week. And then they're doing a lot of the top caps and the gates at both facilities. So they'll finish up right in time for season to start.
When is that? When does season start?
The first game's at Springdale High. I think it's on the 28th. And then the first game at HAR-BER's like on the 3rd or 4th. So we've got those dates, and so we're just trying to stay in front of that.
On the back side of those walls, the new walls that we've got, what you see as you're driving by, is that what it's gonna be, or are those enclosed some way, or is that what you see is what you get?
That's what those panels look like.
Okay.
They still got kickers to add on that fence to keep, especially at HAR-BER for the wind, to keep those strong. And then we're gonna work on a plan on screening to do, kind of like we did on the bleachers and stuff over there, some kind of netting that has, yeah.
Harbor Wildcat.
Yeah.
logo.
We're gonna work on that in-house once that job's done.
So there'll be posts like what you see at Shiloh's fields that
Mhm.
support.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, about every 10 feet, it'll have a kicker down just to support that wall because it is solid. It'll catch a lot of wind. And then on the,
Never have to replace them. They'll outlive all of us.
yeah, they're really stout, fences. On the flashing school lights that you'd asked about, we do work with the city and Springdale PD anytime we have issues with traffic flow. Usually Springdale PD, they come out, they help us get any ways we can improve, or if we need to have a traffic study done through the city, and try to get it.
Well, if you drive around and look at them, some are just old and
Yep.
faded, and some have lights, some don't have lights, and
Yep.
just popped in my mind, thinking, how do we manage that?
Yeah, so,
There's a lot of schools, a lot of signs.
yeah. So we purchase them, the city, we partner with the city, they install them, and then our guys have to maintain them. So they're having to go change times on time change, and, so we're constantly monitoring it. The schools do a really good job. If they fail during the day, they let us know, and we can go get them fixed. We always keep extra parts on hand to keep those working. And some of ours are so old, we're actually having to change out to a newer LED type signs, and just always trying to add them where we can. So
Sounds like you're on it.
we try. Do you guys have any other questions on construction?
Is Central still on schedule?
Mhm.
When are we gonna occupy that and start using it?
Central, it's on schedule. It'll be in April. Yep, we're still on schedule there on everything.
Couple months of the semester, they'll get to use it.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably ahead of schedule. They'll have some outside work to do, but the building, I mean, once they get the flooring down, a lot of that'll be complete.
I'm gonna ask you also, Southern Brothers, are they assisting your crews at both the PNC building?
Yep,
What?
yeah, so the old after-school program building and the lock building that we purchased, Southern Brothers and then my crew are working together. So we're doing the portions we can do to save money, and then they're filling in the gaps.
Small company. Remember John English? John used to work for Blinko. We really liked John.
Yeah.
They came in and said, hey, we'll work for cheap just to try to help.
Yeah, and the timing, we started those, the timing was good in the wintertime. My guys have more time in the winter months, so it's worked out good. A lot of our portion has been done. We did all the demo, and then we're actually gonna saw cut the floors and take that concrete out starting tomorrow at the lock, and then hand it back over to John to start putting up the new CMU walls and everything, and then we'll bump back in on those jobs, on both of them at certain times. I'll have electricians and HVAC, plumbers, and stuff on.
That's the first building that we're gonna have to do that hardened area. We've not had to do that before.
Yeah.
Which will be fine. They figured out a way to do it,
Yep,
that we can manage it. But like I would call storm shelter, it's really a hardened space.
yeah.
Sorry, that's the house that could be in. Yes, just that building.
Yep. Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.